So Steve, it's finished here, Snodland Town 3, Snodland Town 1. What do you think of the game?
Well, really good game. Look, we tried something different tonight, different shape. We've not done any work with the boys, and I think it showed what it can actually do. I think it caused them all sorts of problems in that first half. And some of the patterns and that, which the boys have naturally done, which is really exciting. So we'll do a little bit more work on that Thursday night and a little bit more detail on a training ground here. But yeah, as I said, really pleasing. Obviously, then we flipped it. I was able to flip it again in game back to, if you like, our more traditional shape, and then gain full control again and creating again lots more chances. So very pleasing, very good run out again. The Snodland against a good side. So yeah, very pleasing evening.
Yep. Also, we didn't catch up after the Fisher game, and I hope you don't mind me saying, but it was a bit of a reverse that first half. There's a bit of lack of intensity in that Fisher game. Was that kind of a reflection, do you think?
I wonder if there was any lack of intensity. I thought players maybe had to manage themselves a bit better because of the heat. You know, it was so hot in there. So it was a little bit stop-start, if you like, in the Fisher game. But I thought the boys did well. And look, at the end of the game, we could have and should have scored about 7 or 8 goals, you know, the chances we had. So we still got there in the end in terms of what we wanted to look like as a unit going forward. But again, I just thought it was a controlled game where we were always full in control of the game. And it was just a little bit end-to-end for me, where I thought, I said to the boys that I wanted a bit more control of the tempo in the game. I thought we did that throughout the evening. Obviously, Snodland had their little spell at the start of the second half, which teams are always going to have. But then I thought then we managed it really well, and then obviously changed the shape again, and then gained full control again, and could have gone on to win 4 or 5. Really.
Probably a little bit unfair on the Fisher game. Maybe it was just a reflection of that first half intensity. Was that something you were trying to drill in from the off, that pressing?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, as I said, and it's hard to maintain that. One, so early in pre-season. 2, when you're not used to it, and 3, in the heat. So it's about just trying to manage the game and try and maintain that, look, we want to play with an intensity, with the ball and without it. But we also at times have got to manage it. So that we can't do it for 90 minutes. We're not professionals, unfortunately. So it's about learning how and when we can do that and how long we could have periods of doing that. But yeah, the 3 games I've had, got out of every game what I wanted, and really pleased with how everything's shaping up and looking.
Yeah, I know it's a few fitness updates. Obviously, Tashi came off quite early. Is it just a precaution? Is he looking all right?
Yeah, he had a little bit tightness in his hamstring, so we'll have assess that Thursday. But again, precautionary. There's no point if he's feeling anything. We need to get him off. He has played quite a few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the last 2 games, so he was only down to do 45 tonight anyway. So he wasn't going to be doing a long stint tonight. But obviously we had to change things up. And look, when you've got the squad we've got, you can make those changes and still look devastating, which we did at times. So as I said, really pleased.
And on Tom Hadler as well, he's not featured yet. Obviously, he's been out of football for a year nearly now.
Yeah, we'll just be really cautious with Tom. He has a little bit of swelling in there. Nothing to worry about. There's no pain or anything. I think it's just a reaction from training, which is natural. So yeah, we'll get that checked out and make sure he's 100% before we put him on the field. But we want him available for 8th of August, you know, so there's no point of risking him if we feel like there's going to be any sort of risk. So we'll make sure we get him where he needs to be. We're hoping maybe we can assess this week and have a look at Saturday, if not Tuesday. So we'll just keep assessing him and keep ticking him along and getting him. He's still doing some training. He's not doing nothing, but he's just trying to manage a little bit of swelling he's had on that knee but it was just a natural reaction from training after being a year out.
Yeah, and you mentioned Saturday, Hollands and Blair. Looking forward to the test?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, as I said, these games have been really good. They've been competitive. Like, looked a bit like they haven't looked like pre-season games. I don't think all the games we've played, which is good. You don't want that pre-season feel. You want it to have that league feel, that bite and edge to it, which I think they've all had. And look, Hollands was another test where we can go and try something new again Saturday. We can try and look at different combinations Saturday. And once we start getting the back end of pre-season, we'll really drill down what we're going to look at and go with and have a look at that for the 8th of August.
Cheers, Steve. Thank you. See you Saturday.
No problem. Thanks.
Tonight we're coming in loud and proud. Boots on the concrete, hear that roar.